10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. NaVi's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. NaVi's turn to pick.
Invoker.
Dire team pick.
Everybody, welcome back to more Starladder action. From LD, it's Gods here, joined by Lumi, and we've got ourselves Team Spirit taking on NaVi. I don't believe either team's eliminated. I saw, I think it was Dota 2 on Twitter being like, NaVi's out, but I think if they win this, they can still get tiebreakers. We don't really know the exact logistics of how things work, but...
I think whoever wins this game, and they need Alliance to win
Alliance to
lose,
yeah.
then we have a three-way tie.
Yep.
So basically, this game determines who is out, essentially.
Yep. So we've got draft underway. Team Spirit, that's them on the Dire side. NaVi on the Radiant. So yeah, so a game that actually does matter for these two. I was a bit surprised to see NaVi go kind of all out with the Pudge early against LGD.
I thought that was very smart in the sense that that was kind of the only thing they could have done. Because in a straight-up game, I think LGD is just a better team.
Yeah, I think it was the Pudge was okay, but it was more like what they picked around it, I guess.
I think the Pudge was kind of like, oh, it's kind of YOLO, but it was kind of too late. Yeah.
Yeah. But this game, I imagine NaVi, if they realize they still have a chance, you go for it. You're expecting, or at least hoping, for EG to beat Alliance, even though EG is guaranteed to be in the playoffs. Getting second over third could make it who they verse. Although I say that you could verse Secret in the first round of the playoffs, and Secret look like in their group, but I don't think EG is giving away any free wins. That's for sure.
I like the way the draft has started for NaVi. Nickel Sanking is absolutely bonkers, and then his Invoker's no slouch. Although I don't think I've seen very good Invoker performance from him particularly. To me, he's the type of player that likes to go Blink first, right? Like your Blink Shadow Fiend, your Blink Invoker. Maybe not Blink like straight up first item, but somewhere down the line.
Yeah. And
you can make some big plays. Invoker plus Sanking is a great combination. So
I remember going way back when he used to play Invoker, I don't know, a year or two back, he would go Blink full stuff, and that was when no Invokers were going Blink Dagger. Everyone was just going Yule Scepter or Necrobook, and he's I just want pure mobility and playmaking capabilities with the hero, so go for that ultra mobile build. For Spirit, so far kind of shaping up to be kind of like a Spirit death push type lineup with the death as an opening 2 pick. Although the Bane pickup means we won't be seeing anything like a Go Black Tree and Protect. So that's normally a Go Black hero.
Yeah, I think the Bane is really to secure whatever lane they need a little bit of shoring up. For example, if DP has a little bit of harder time, although I'm not sure how Invoker is going to give her a hard time, the Bane could rotate in. In this particular stage, we haven't really seen Team Spirit actually execute that death push strategy, which can explain why they're actually losing a lot of games. A lot of teams, they had the death push hero like DP, they have Chen, but they would just lose their lane, for example, or they would lose heroes on a critical moment. So let's see if Team Spirit could actually pull it off. They did beat NaVi in the qualifiers, so.
Reserve
Technically,
time.
this should be the game to win.
They weren't in the same group as they didn't actually face each
Oh,
other.
they
I
didn't?
believe.
Okay,
NaVi got
okay.
eliminated in the group stage by Empire. It was Empire and Liquid.
Yes,
who
and then
won NaVi in the group.
Team Spirit beat Empire afterwards, or
Yeah.
down the road in the
Yeah,
brackets.
that sounds right. Team
Yeah.
Spirit had who was second in their group. That was the group with Vega and a few other CIS teams. I'll say. So Dazzle comes out for NaVi. They're looking to get some sustain for their side. The Gyrocopter, though, suggesting Spirit want maybe a bit more of a well-rounded draft here, at least for the time being. Some of the more push-oriented offlaners being banned out by NaVi, Prophet, as well as Brood. The offlane pool is actually kind of limited at this point with some of the bans we've been seeing.
Yeah, Darkseer and Prophet is the two most popular in this patch. There's the Lone Druid, you know, if you're looking for a split push. Although Axmo has a fairly limited hero pool, I want to say. Tusk is this hero. Shaker is this hero.
He's a good clockwork, I'd say. Like, he's one of his most impressive games. One of the big wins NaVi had in the qualifiers, he was on a clockwork.
But do you want to hook into the DPO and the Gyrocopter stuff?
Okay, with Blade Mail. If you got Blade Mail, you're okay. Like, you can get a really good stop. That's like a big if.
Okay.
I think they give so much farm to Sneeko Sanking that often you'll see when they get the Sanking, he's on like a more selfless hero as far as the offlane goes. Like, you don't want to get something that requires too much farm.
All right, so that's the Treant Protector.
That's the Go Black special. So always want to fly onto the Bane, I guess, and to see if he goes. I've seen him do some games with Iron Talon first, some games with Boots first, and I've seen him be more successful with Boots first, and then he goes into the Iron Talon later on. Like the level 1 jungle Iron Talon seems just a bit too over the top and a bit too gimmicky.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, at the core of it, you're still relying on jungle stacking. You know, your support's helping you out, and there's that looks like to be the Earthshaker.
Team ban.
Here's the thing, right? Treant Protector to me has a couple of uses. If you feel like your lanes really need a lot of help, you could put Treant just to kind of bail them out. But personally, when you use Treant offensively, I think that's where it's at the greatest. You know, you make a tower dive lineup. I think Treant plus Weaver was a thing way back when.
Isn't Treant plus Gyro going to like function very similarly and really well? Like,
just that his diving capability isn't the greatest if there's creeps around.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think it's like the kill. If you hit someone with a leech seed, like you
get a kill.
You get a kill. Like that's rocket barrage damage. Like there's no doubt about that. To me, I guess in Shaker, he just can't go up to the lane.
I think if Treant hits a leech seed, he could just punch like Shaker to death probably.
So NaVi's last pick, the Dichira hero. So Ember Spirit getting banned out, and options going to be a bit more limited what he can play as a result.
So he played AM today, although I don't think.
Oh no, Lycan's banned. I was like banned
well
long ago.
Sven is also there, but all of these heroes are fairly bad against Overgrowth, right? Like it's a good lockdown. And also Bane is fairly good as well.
Maybe a good slot game, I think. I don't mind the slot too much.
By the way, is Treant offlane ever done in the past? I don't think so.
No, that I can recall. It's probably done like you could probably like, dig up a really old game where it's done once or twice and
definitely not the norm.
It's never been like a strat, I want to say. It's probably something that someone just tried once and was like, let's not do this again. It's pretty bad.
Because I would say that if you could fit a Rubik in this Team Spirit draft.
But Rubik offlane. I feel like Rubik's been played offlane more than the Treant has.
That's true.
Was it Yoku used to play some offlane Rubik for
Sexy Bamboo also played it for Zephyr in that one qualifier.
In a throwaway game, which they happened to win.
And they won, yeah. So
offlane Rubik, let's go.
There's a lot of good spells to steal this game. Alright, so what is generally Afterlife's offlane choices? Like if you want to put something like a Night Stalker, it's
Vision against like Shaker Sanking when they're trying to blink in on you sounds pretty nice. It's weird because that's one of those heroes which like in Chinese scene the qualifiers there it was like first pick every game or first ban sometimes and then other scenes just don't value it. Like the Chinese scene really valued having Vision over a lot of other things.
Oh! The offlane. We haven't really thought about that.
Because this hero was, I mean, speaking of heroes and regions, Void was played tons in China, Southeast Asia, and America, and I don't think it was picked a single time in the European major qualifier. So it's interesting to see this hero come out now by Team Spirit of all teams who didn't favor or go towards the Void at all. I think it was actually picked in not a single game in Europe.
Well, thinking about Void with Time Walk plus Living Armor, he's not dying.
Remaining.
Oh,
it's just
totally
hard.
Agree.
Yeah. So I
got to
think
burst him down during the chain stun and like bursting into armor, not
Yes.
easy. You haven't
Yeah.
got like damage instances to break the living armor.
Reserve
Oh,
time.
how does Weave Shadow Wave work in terms of damage output? It's just collected one big burst of damage, or
Each unit is considered a different one. I would imagine. Like if you're next to 2 units when he shadow waves, it's 2 instances, wouldn't it?
so then it will break living armor quite quickly if he's
Yeah.
surrounded by.
But you block a ton of damage, so I think
That's
that's
true.
okay. Like,
That's true.
You break it, but you've just majority of the damage. Okay, there's a DGRI and a NaVi hero. The Spectre pick up for DGRI. I quite like this. The Void's such an easy lane for Spectre to farm against. They can't really contest Spectre's lane unless they say, okay, let's actually do Gyrocopter in the off lane with like Bane and Korean Team Protector maybe helping out as well.
Do you agree with the statement that neither of these teams is clearly ahead in the drafting phase, and more importantly, both of these teams are picking up some of these more comfort hero, maybe not the Afterlife Faceless Void, but for the most part, it's like, you know, you got the Sinigo Sand King, you got the Diddy Raw Hero, on the other side you got the Gold Black Tree, and this is like, all right, we're getting what we want to play, and we're
I think
not
slightly more like NaVi getting more of their comfort heroes than Team Spirit. Like we're
Okay.
not seeing the traditional Spirit kind of death push that
the
we saw, I
Lycan
guess.
stuff,
Yeah.
the Chen. Okay.
They've got the Death
10
Prophet there, but
seconds
like the
remaining.
Gyrocopter is going to be something a bit more like laning stage. They focused a bit more on the laning stage as far as the mid and the safe lane goes, but
Mhm.
we'll see. Boom, Sunstrike scouts out some items, not a big deal, but
Prepare
does
for
reveal at
battle.
level 1 Exort. So yeah, I don't think either team's necessarily won the drafting stage. I slightly favor Navi's draft just because like this is the kind of draft I've seen Navi execute so well in some of their big wins.
Right.
So for Team Spirit, this is just new to me. Like I haven't seen them play at Faceless Void.
Yep. I think the role of perhaps the Bane or the Tree in this game might be actually just to be a lot more aggressive in the jungle. In fact, they're running aggressive.
It's the boots tree too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm right off the bat. I'm like what I'm seeing from Spirit. This is I think how this needs to be played.
Yes, you don't let the Sand King get the free stacks in the jungle. Which looks like the Sand King possibly might be dodging it. I mean, if you're Diddy Ra, right, you just want to dodge this lane? I would think you can't lane really against this.
For a second, I'm like, Navi, where's your courier? Navi, what's going on here?
It's on the stash.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he has to walk all the way
30
back
seconds
to
to
pick up the...
Yeah, he doesn't want to go to this jungle anyway, so it's like a trap for him. But ideally for Navi, scouting out the lanes would be pretty important for them since they could quite likely dodge the aggro trial, which I think they would want to do. Give Earthshaker... Yeah, Earthshaker's actually down there, so it seems they realize what lanes are coming their way. They're going to send Axmo down there. Dazzle was initially kind of scouting out a little bit. Don't think he actually saw anyone, but pieced together what Team Spirit's up to, having scouted out the Void up here, it seems.
Now,
battle
I was having a
begins.
discussion with Scans earlier, is that there was a patch change about Earthshaker's Fissure in terms of how a block creeps, amongst a lot of the other spells, like Ice Shards and whatnot. Have you actually personally seen play the Shaker in the new patch to see if a Fissure does block?
Like the really recent one, or
Yeah.
the fairly recent one.
Well, he's not throwing it out, right? So I assume it's... I guess you don't need a Fissure block because you're on the safe lane.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
probably don't need to. Although, as we say that, Gyrocopter's getting a nice little body block off. This lane's going to be pretty far up for the Earthshaker, considering the lane he's up against. And they may have Void up top, but both supports from Spirit realize what's going on. Are going to come up here to pressure Spectre as well as Dazzle. Dazzle actually in a very deep position here. Has got Poison Touch level 1 art style.
Uh-oh.
Could be in trouble if Always Wanna Fly can catch up. He hasn't leveled anything just yet. Goes for the Nightmare. Can he get it off? Oh, he's just out of range. Perhaps like just need to wait a little bit longer for Always Wanna Fly to catch up there before he went for the initiation.
They don't get the kill, but I feel like the laning stage is going to be relatively passive, where winning small engagements like that are fairly good.
Hey, early Forge Spirit already up level 2.
Then he loves the Force Spirit build.
You gotta be careful, that thing takes, it's only 300 HP, that's free money for Death Prophet. 44 gold.
That's a creep. Thanks.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the Eidolons. Like, yeah, getting them early, they can do a lot of damage and be great, but then he may actually be able to go for some aggression here. Iceberg getting rotated on from behind by Dazzle.
No living armor just yet either.
Okay. He actually had an opportunity to flank him there, but I think Dendy was saying, wait up till I have my Forge Spirit, because it was still on cooldown.
Yeah, he also needed a salve backup,
Yeah.
so.
He was like right behind Death Prophet when Death Prophet was pushed up, but it seems the call was to just wait it out and some hesitation slash the dismay to salve up first.
Alright, the Sand King Shaker dual lane.
Oh
It's,
yeah.
it's not a thing we see too often. Honestly, really, there's no killing power there, but we could zone him out a little bit.
Let's get these 2 level 6, that's all you need. Go Epicenter to the biggest ultis in the game.
The Sand King level 6, not exactly the... in the river.
Style. Oh, he's got backup here. Go Black actually could be in trouble. He's got the boots trying to escape, but Seniko himself has boot. 1 or 2 more right clicks. Axmo says,
First blood.
That's a great first blood for him.
Yeah, he's almost got Arcanes now. That's actually a good KS.
Yes. Proof. 10 out of 10.
And considering he's laning against Gyrocopter, he needs like some help, like in theory, whether it's stealing a first blood or getting a Sand King down there to rotate.
Speaking of help, seems like Dendi is really having a tough time in the mid lane. I mean, CS-wise, he's actually leading, but he's already drank 2 salves. Mid lane, though, looks like Seneko is going to get the Burrow Strike off. Yes, he waits up, and the Sunstrike's going to come through. It's going to give them the kill. Never mind, Dendi is absolutely fine in this lane after that gank.
Lane effectively won at this point. So that's bottom lane going well, considering Earthshake is the lane he's been up against, and he got a first blood. Offlane Spectre, so 2 CS on Dichira. The supports coming up here from the get-go has caused problems for him, and he's not even getting experience out of this lane. That's got to be probably the one lane Navi is going to be like, is it really worth what's going on in the other lanes for where Spectre is right now?
Yeah, you can make the argument that Spectre is one of those quote-unquote comeback hero. Art style in a lot of trouble, no grave. Gonna go down here. Ramses, yeah, it's gonna be fine. Living Armor now online, so all those cheeky early kills that we saw is gonna be a lot harder to come by. But yeah, back to the Spectre point, you can make the argument that, you know, once he gets level 6, oh, wow. I'm not sure what he caught that, but Dendi just threw a random Sunstrike and a hit.
Oh, was it with the Fissure setup though?
No, the Fissure did set up, but it wasn't the perfectly done Fissure, so Dendi still had to time it. It's cool, it's cool.
Gotta give me some warning, Lumi, come on now. Been a while since I've done this camera thing. So right now, it's going to see Spectre TP down bottom. So it looks like they've decided the bottom lane where the supports are, the Shaker is going to be a much easier lane for Dichira to get some catch up. And I think, like you say, more important than getting some catch up is the levels, because you hit level 6 and you can rotate in and
Haunts, yeah.
Yeah, haunt, get some kills, at least get some XP money out of that.
All that living armor being drained relatively quickly, Ramses. Okay, he's gonna be fine.
Sunstrike, is it there? Dendi, do you go for it? It's like, doesn't have the mana for it, so he won't be making that play. So, no kill going the way of Navi, and I think they weren't just hoping for Spectre to come down here to get some farm. They were hoping to start by getting that kill and then freeing up the lane for him, although it's been freed up regardless with Gyrocopter forced out of the bottom.
The one thing I am fairly concerned with for Navi is that because there's so much early game kind of fighting back and forth, there is absolutely no jungle stacking for Seneko. So this Sand King, as we approach the end of laning stage, you know, he's not going to get that, 12-minute blink or something like that. They're going to make another go on Always Want to Fly. Living Armor, will that be enough? He's losing a lot of HP. The Brain Sap not going to get flied off because it's perfect chain stun. Well done here by Navi.
Yeah, Spectre even got a last hit there too, so there was a kill onto his 4, now 5 CS. So
yes.
Dichira like getting a bit of much needed gold there. He's still super under level there. Like 3 heroes going in for that kill does not get you a lot of experience towards level 6.
Actually, if you look at his level relative to everyone else.
Look at Artstyle too. Artstyle's level 3 and also has 300 net worth.
I mean, that's standard for Artstyle, right?
Like, I don't know. Perhaps this game it's becoming standard, but put back mid, gets the bottle refill. I mean, he plays that old, like, extremely selfless support with Seneko soaking up a lot of farm for this team. But I think you're concerned by the fact that, like, Spectre's as poor as she is, and then you've got like a support in the form of Dazzle who's also getting nothing out of the early game.
I think it's okay in the sense that you have cores that could use of the farm. For example, Dendi is getting a lot, although I say that Iceberg's making the dive. In fact, Cold Snap gets turned around as Tower is focusing on Iceberg. The Living Armor gets drained instantaneously. Here comes Artstyle. No mana for Fissure. In fact, no cooldown for Fissure. Sunstrike's gonna get the kill. No, Nightmare blocks it. The Fissure will come through. Always Want to Fly in a lot of trouble. He does get the Brain Stab off. Dendi does not care. Getting the right clicks. Haste Rune is available, and he is gonna try to get the last hit. He will. Nicely done for Navi.
That was really nice by the Earthshake, who actually held his Fissure there. Like I think he was animation cancelling it regardless, maybe, because the Sunstrike was going to secure the kill. Nico, caught in the Chronosphere. Fissure is just going to keep him alive. No. Afterlife gets himself a kill, but nicely played by Axmo to make sure they got both those kills ultimately with that 2-hero Fissure.
Oh, he's actually jumping forward.
Aggressive time walk here. He's going to be careful. Dendi trying to look to burst him down with the Cold Snap. He's got 7 seconds before it comes back up. Fissure available. One more right click.
Boom.
Oh, Axmo. He's 3-0-3. This Blink Dagger timing is going to be incredibly fast.
Yeah, also I'm not sure about that jump forward,
Yeah,
especially after Living Armor has just gone on cooldown for you.
Yeah, it looks fine for him to just run at Dendy there because he's got the Time Walk as an escape tool, but once he uses it aggressively, it's a 12-second cooldown level 3. If he's level 7 there, it's probably okay because he's got the 6-second, but...
And Void is,
questionable.
yeah, Void is not one of those heroes that you can make strong comeback, you know?
Yep.
I wonder if the last pick Axe would have been better for Spirit.
Radiant's
Again,
middle
not a
tower
hero that
is
they
under
play too
attack.
often, but in terms of the laning stage, would have worked much better. And we were looking for a tower diving hero with Treant.
Nico, he's smoked up, he's headed towards the top lane where they've already thrown the fissure here. Gyrocopter's kind of blocked on in, and they just need to be looking for a TP escape, but can't really do so up here. So Nico's smoking a pop. There's the Living Arm, the cooldown as well. So Nico burrows through Sandstorm to follow. Sunstrike there as well. It's gonna just miss.
I'm not sure.
I
And
couldn't
the
actually tell there was
poison.
damage coming from the fissure. One more right click. I believe they've got this Gyrocopter kill out style. Will secure it. Gets up the Shadow Wave. Echo Slam will keep him alive as well as bring down the Tree Protector. Suddenly,
Earl?
NaVi
I don't need it.
got him. And it's they leave us the Earthshaker.
Okay, this
Actually,
Shaker
loving
is
this game.
Is under
gonna go ham. Oh, Nightmare's gonna come out.
The dream exorcism though, and they bring down Axmo. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
important
they
kill to
can.
get.
They can.
Yeah, so keeping this poor Shaker alive, and that's 2 heroes. Sunika will escape. Sunstrike, I'm so confused if that Sunstrike landed or not.
I don't think so, because
It looked like it missed. The damage came
Dyer's middle tower
from
is
elsewhere,
under
from the
attack.
fissure and stuff.
he has enough exort to which if they hit,
Oh,
it
yeah,
shouldn't. It should have just killed.
That should be nice. It's hard to tell with like the living armor, like if it was like damage block from that or just
Sure,
slightly missed.
So the kill obviously on the Shaker, big. He was very close to Blink Dagger. He had a streak kill, and now
Still very close to Blink Dagger though,
Yeah.
considering we're 9 minutes in, so I don't think you're like NaVi like, oh man, we just lost our Blink.
Sunstriker.
That one missed. The animation of that Sunstrike's very deceiving, as far as the AoE goes.
It's much smaller than it actually
Radiant's
looks.
top tower is under
The
attack.
is that the Immortal that gives it that animation?
Radiant's
The Magus
structures
hair?
are
The
fortified.
Eye of Sauron. Is that what it's called? It's probably not. It's copyrighted.
Oh, isn't it the
The Magus
it's the-
Apex.
Yeah, it's the DBZ hair.
And that's the
Super, Super
DBZ here.
Saiyan Invoker.
Alright. Speaking of which, Sandy has a relatively early hand of Midas. For all this talking about, you know, Blinks and Force Staff, I imagine he'll still get Blink and Force Staff eventually, but starting with Midas is probably the best way to go.
I mean, Blink is great against Void. You can try and maneuver around those Chronospheres and plus, which
Dodge it.
Dendy is just completely dodge it.
I don't know. Today, watching Dendy play Pudge has brought me back a bit. And then they lost.
Look, Navi's not out just yet. They need a little help from EG and a win here, but they could be in tiebreakers.
Okay, Chrono looking pretty good. Soneko is, the Bash is not proccing right now.
Dilation not going to work against the haste rune, unfortunately.
Time dilation.
Does save his buddy, Go Black.
Interesting, he's actually leveling a Bash. I thought time dilation second max was the thing here.
Suppose he was farming well. Like, he is the offlane, but this game he's the one getting the good farm for the team, so they look as like the Void needs to be able to get some kills and be a bit more of a DPS threat rather than a utility Void.
I mean,
Radiant's
we say
top
that he's a
tower is
DPS
under
threat, but
attack.
the item build is going to be the same, right? He's going to get
Yeah.
Vlad's into Blink.
Floods, maybe an Ag Scepter before Blink, but
Okay.
I think it's similar.
I guess, at the very least, it helps him farm a little bit better in jungle. Okay.
I don't think Spirit particularly want to like team fight and use that time dilation like in any kind of team fight setting right now. It's gonna be Navi with Shaker and Sand King, and even Invoker, who's also a scary team fight hero.
Oh, Ramses clears a pretty big stack in the jungle. Speaking of team fight, right? Like, Team Steer has pretty amazing stuff. You got the Chrono into Call Down, you got the Overgrowth to help things out, and of course, if your DP's ever in trouble, you could just Chrono her, and whoever that's focusing her, and her Exorcism will still get, you know, going.
Does set up stuff like Sunstrike, but I think you'd be a bit careful about that being good. I think Spirit have great offensive team fight, they just don't have anything good defensively against the huge damage of Navi's, as well as the control and stuns that Navi have. That blink, you miss it. That was like, insta kill on Gyrocopter. Sector probably didn't even need to haunt there, but I think Shiraz just like, I'm not farming too well, I'm ready to use haunt. As soon as a kill presents itself, I'm just going to throw it. And also it got him the earn charges, so getting those first few earn charges always helps a lot as a Spectre. Oh, they know always when to fly TP'd up here, they'll scout him out. Really nice catch coming out from NaVi, and this
I
is gonna be a
wonder-
free kill on Bane.
I wonder if the Haunt actually caught that TP, and they're like, oh, he's up here.
I think they must have gotten vision of him, possibly bottom lane, like there's an observer, but like the Haunt would have given vision of him TPing.
Right.
No, actually, no, just step back. They have an observer ward.
Oh, and behind the tower, yeah.
I was wondering if they planted that afterwards, but that's been there for a while.
We're out there crafting, they're making these like sick, small plays, like, oh, there's a ward.
The observer ward, you know, Occam's razors.
Alright, Dendi is gonna go for the blink, he has it. I thought he was gonna go for the Merlini build, the minus spots. Just pump it up, you know?
Yeah.
I'm farm, I'm rich. But this probably has a much more game impact.
Couple forwards, when you can just blink in with the forward spirit's cold snap, he's got a lot of like solo kill potential on some of these squishy heroes, and Death Prophet isn't exactly farming all too well right now.
She did get that one kill.
Yep.
But where's that voice though and stuff?
Stuff Wizardry picked up, be most likely a Yule's build. Stucky, what's he up to? Perhaps not feeling safe in this top lane. So I'm wondering if this is going to be a Radiance game. I've seen Deecher more so than other Spectre players go more towards like Diffusal first before the Radiance. Do you feel like it's...
I think Radiance has a lot of utility against Treant this game.
Yeah.
So with that alone, I think it's just better. And of course, your mid game is strong enough where you could kind of go for a later game item. Sunstrike checking out the Roche.
Immediately scouted. That was very early on as well.
Yeah, now the Weave is gonna... Well, you already commit to Exorcism, right? So you kind of just do or die situation?
Kind of, but I think Navi's teamfight is
Oh, so Nico
scary.
gets caught here on the side here by Always Wanna Fly. He does have the Blink Dagger, but no more mana to use it. He's gonna focus on Sneeko. He gets blown up immediately.
His Exorcism's wearing off though. I think that's a big problem when you've got a Blink Echo Slam coming.
Well, I think it's time to go back. Well, the fissure!
Yeah.
Wow, great play here from the side of Axmo as well as Dendi. Now they're going to trace down Ramses.
Deecher chases a little bit longer. That Grave about to wear off though. He's going to be a little bit more careful. They lose Gyro and the Brain Sap. Not enough Always Wanna Fly. Art style. Shadow Wave. Not going to come off.
Overgrow coming through as well, but Blink Enchant Totem that will help Glowback. Glowback's going to be dead. Dendi fighting with the Force Spirit, doing a ton of damage on Always Wanna Fly. Always Wanna Blink forward, doing a little bit of nice body blocking. The Fissure's going to come through. Dendi picks up a double kill. It's up to another 1600 gold. Roshan thwarted.
So many heroes low in HP at the end of that one for Navi, but just great kind of kiting, use to the grave. Artstyle just happy like, yeah, take me guys, I'm the 300 net worth Dazzle, I don't mind dying here. And
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
by victory for them.
And that was with Team Spirit killing Sneeko before the fight happens.
Yeah.
Like in the next fight, if Sneeko gets to get the Blink 2-man Burrow Strike off, then
Dire's middle
who knows?
It seems like there's just too many teamfight threats when you've got Shaker and Sand King. Like you kill one of them, as long as the other gets off a good kind of blink initiation, the fight still goes Navi's way.
Yeah. But they're gonna go right back. They don't have Exorcism.
So that doesn't seem like the play to me, but that was the most impressive thing about that was that Navi instantly scouted it with Sunstrike. They didn't even have observer wards in the area. They have the one at mid lane, which may have spotted heroes headed that
Well, they're
direction.
still going in. This is kind of like, we're gonna just do or die here. Breaker go against this. I don't know. And
There's still Epicenter. That
Yeah.
was not used last fight.
Weave just scouts it out again.
Dire's middle tower
Bishop,
is under
Nico could
attack.
go for the Burrow Strike. Instead, he gets Fiend Script off on the side. Dendi blinks in. Chaos Mirror's there with the Deafening Blast. Then the Burrow Strike
Where
comes.
was the Overgrowth, Go Black?
Suddenly, there's the Overgrowth. Catches out 3. Deecher comes in. Not
Chrono?
Chrono! It was already used elsewhere in the fight, it looks like, to take out the Dazzle. As Axmo going to be brought down here. The time dilation causing a lot of problems here. There's still no Burrow Strike. This time dilation wrecking Navi. Okay, time dilation is the spell. He actually maxed it out. He went back for it, and you can see exactly why in that fight there. That time dilation, I think, actually wins Hyper Spirit.
Yeah, I think he dilated 3 people, the Sand King being the, I guess, the most important one.
Yeah.
Dire's
I didn't see the
middle
Chronos
tower
ramp.
is
It
under
must have been off to the side where Dazzle died on this little choke ramp here.
I guess with the Chrono being used against him. So, given how that team fight went, do you feel like Team Spirit is almost using Roshan as a bait? They're like, our team fight is so good. With that said though, like, again, the only...
Senna, here we go.
It's going!
has fallen to the dark.
Yeah.
Out of this, Nico. Okay.
Alright, so I did hype up Sneeko does have a very good Sand King. It's just... Okay,
Yeah,
here comes the
time
Burrow
dilation.
Strike. Yeah.
This fight actually may go terribly for Iceberg. He's got the X's, but he may just die at the start of this fight. Deecher's chasing. He needs a bit more damage. The Sunstrike not going to be needed, but Spectre pays for it with his life. But ultimately, a fantastic fight
I'm Dalek.
for Navi.
A little bit of work. Sneeko is...
Power Strike, though.
got Time Walk, right?
And they
he
chain
does.
stun him.
Time Walk.
Echo. Oh, no, not going to go for it. Decides that one might not have the damage, so Nico can also chase him down, so holds on to the Echo and...
He's got Time Dilate soon. Oh no, he just jumps out. Still going. This is not the kill.
Power Strike? Yeah.
Is it? Surely. Okay.
They could just Echo Slam if they wanted to previously, but they made it hard for themselves and they could achieve what they were looking for together. I think most importantly for those Roche fights, for the disastrous one we just saw, like Team Spirit had the Observer Ward, giving them vision across the river. That was what like allowed them to
get the grip off.
Get the grip off, stop the, I mean later on stop the Epicenter Roche Aegis Steel play that Sneeko was trying to go for. But overall, not the cleanest game from the two teams. I feel like it's been a few sloppy plays here or there, but very like aggressive post stuff.
I feel like as the game goes on though, NaVi, once they pick up more items on the Sand King and the Invoker, the team fight gets much harder for Team Spirit to actually win.
They gotta get BKBs this game. Like you're versing Sand King, Shaker, Invoker, even like
Spectre.
Yeah, like you need BKBs against this. You got Spectre, it's not Defusal, it's gonna be a Drums for Deeper.
Yeah, I think Drums into Radiance, right? Once you pick up the earned Drums, you have to Radiance afterwards.
I mean, you could still go Defusal. There was that, like, what, KMMR Spectre spammer who doesn't even go Radiance half the time.
Alright, Dendi gets Chrono, but where's the follow-up? In fact, there is no follow-up. Dendi is in a lot of trouble. I mean, he's time dilated, he's gonna go down as well. They still have the Overgrowth at the ready, so Neko out of mana.
I had money to buy a TP scroll there because I was like, where's the Shaker? This is all he needs is like a fissure and he might survive this one, but you're stuck back at the base.
Might get caught here by the Treant.
This is an 828 Earth Shaker. That is some game from Xmo.
You know, Black is working towards Axe, and he's halfway there. I'm ready for an Axe tree game. It's always very funny to watch.
So Nico thinks he's being sneaky here, and then he's going to quickly realize after that haunt that, oh wait, there's Treant on me. On in, Afterlife. Targeted this one, but gets the Time Walk away and...
Yep, casually. I wonder if this is how Faceless Warrior is meant to be played, as Black is now found that they have detection. No, they just...
Dagger reveals where he is.
Okay, time dilate. Now everybody's stuck on the cooldown.
Okay.
It is so annoying to play against time dilate.
Yeah, you're cool, and the movement speed still on top of it means like you're just minimum movement speed at some point. Nice 2-hero Sunstrike. Ramses has got the age. Looks like he's trying to bait this one in. Black, his invis wearing off, will not overgrowth off, and that offensive weave probably will bear it back.
My question is there any reason for Team Spirit to pressure like the way they're pressuring? Can they just go back and farm a bit? Or do you think that they actually have the worst late game?
Let's see. I mean, Gyrocopter's just got the dominate. I think they just want to take fights while they've got Aegis. Is not that they need to per se.
But for example, in that scenario there, they were just running around even without Chronosphere. Felt like they were just pressuring for the sake of pressuring.
Then your Haunt was down, makes it a lot easier for them to take that fight. I think it's very risky for them to try and fight into NaVi. It's a level 2 Echo Slam now. It's Sanking with level 2 Epicenter, so Epicenter and Echo both level 2. This is really where NaVi is at one of their kind of strong points. Slightly short of Dendi's Aghanim's right now.
Yeah. I just think that Team Spirit actually has a better late game. You're looking at Treant that once he gets Aghanims, he farms the map. Your DP has a lot more room to grow, and you know, if the game gets late enough, Faceless Void is still a big threat. So I feel for Spirit, there's no reason to make these sort of aggressive play. Bottom lane here, look, they're burrowing on Ramses. Meanwhile, simultaneously, it looks like Bane got picked off in the jungle.
I think Navi's late game is still really solid. Like the team fight of Shaker Sanking, like you've got 2 great AoE stuns, and well, more than that when you what Shaker brings to the table. Invoker,
and they have Spectre, I guess.
Invoker, Spectre, both heroes who scale well. Weave gives you bonus armor as you scale to late game. Grave is always going to be good. So I think it's very comparable. Like looking at the late game stages. Aghanim's Treant is not saying to be underrated though. Like that in itself changes the way the game's played.
Epicenter being thrown out here, and the Iceberg blown the hell up. The Haunt's gonna come in as well.
Time walked in for Chrono and just got chain stunned as well.
I'm surprised he time walked in for Chrono.
Did he blink in?
Yeah, he blinked.
He blinked in and then wanted to blink Chrono and then have the time walk still available, but I just saw him suddenly show up and jump to the conclusion of the time walk.
Dendi, he's just looking for the snipe.
Alacrity?
I think he misclicked.
Oh, woke him up with. Oh, he didn't wake him up with the Forward Spirit.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I think he mentioned Nightmare Dendi and then he walks away there. In any case, NaVi is controlling the map.
Oh, this is a risky time to go for these Ancients. With you've got 3 heroes dead. Oh yeah, let's just farm these. All it takes is okay. They've de-warded the cliff, I guess, but all it takes is like another Navi warden that gets heavily punished. Navi, it seems, unaware of what's going on here as these Ancients get slower and lower.
All right, BKB number 1 should get finished on Gyro relatively soon after that stack.
Yeah.
Is there a timing that Spear is looking for?
I don't know. I don't feel like the Gyro BKB is it. I don't feel like he's a big enough threat or does enough damage in a teamfight scenario. You've got Shadow Wave to negate a lot of his AoE damage. You've just got ability to disengage from him, so I think they're okay now. Like if they for Spirit, it's more about getting good Chronospheres and Exorcisms, like making sure you Exorcism and have heroes locked in place. Like if you Exorcism and Navi can disengage and you haven't got a Pop, haven't got a Chronosphere off, then or Overgrowth, then you're in trouble. But for Spirit, it's just about landing your spells, forcing Navi into a fight when you've got Exorcism going and Gyrocopter cooldown to follow it up.
So at the same time, they also mean they have to essentially reserve their spells, right? For example, Iceberg can't just pop his ultimate for some tower pushing right now.
Yeah.
Because Navi will lose a tower or 2, and then they push you back, and suddenly you just can't fight.
And then yeah, Navi will take any. Yeah, Navi can win any fight. I feel they want to take if Exorcism's on cooldown. So you have to be fairly conservative with it.
Yep.
Also, if you're in like a base trade, like if Navi's going for the tier 2 top,
sure.
Tier 2 bottom, you may just push it to force Navi to come back and defend their high ground.
Which might actually happen now.
Yeah. I think this might be justified to use an Exorcism down bottom. If not now, towards the end of this for the high ground.
Yes.
Where you're not going to actually get the racks, but you're going to force Navi to TP.
Oh, I think they're TPing regardless. Holy crap, big Echo Slam coming in, and here comes the Exorcism being used. Chronosphere as well as Overgrowth being popped out right now. Iceberg doing a ton of damage. He needs to be focused. He's dropping low. Heals himself back up in the high ground here, and here comes... Actually, what is happening in the fight? They do actually break the Spectre as well. Now, here comes the Burrow Strike. While being dropped as well. Afterlife will get a ton of HP back. I do want to call that a dire victory, but it's not over just yet.
Afterlife can time walk blink away. He'll escape. The Treant not being burst down there. Did manage to get off the Overgrowth at the last second, and I think it was hit by the fissure, the aftershock stun, but not the actual fissure damage. And Navi will get a 3rd kill, so it makes it a 3 for 2, but still does not feel a big Navi win. That gold change not showing the 3rd and final kill on the Bane.
They did get the tower advantage. They got the opposite T2 and...
More that they lost. The Spectre actually bought Radiance before dying, so I don't think Spectre actually lost money in that fight as well. Even-ish / slightly Navi favored. I don't think you can really... it's one of those fights you can't really call a win for either team.
Would you make the argument that this game is not Aetherlens's best game for the DP? I feel like she needs to get a little bit bigger item, maybe a plate mail into Shivas to tank up in that way. Meanwhile, Burrow Strike happening in the jungle, Sunstrike missing.
I think the bigger thing she needs is just raw HP. I don't think armor's the problem, like you mentioned, Shivas and stuff. I think you need Octarine just for the raw HP. It gives you possibly even BKB against Shaker, Sanking, Invoker.
Yeah. I mean, nothing against Aetherlens. It's just it feels like it slows down your whatever your next big item is.
I totally agree with the Aetherlens not always being great. It gives you that nice range boost on the Yule Scepter, which is where I think it's become such a common pickup.
You think it's for the Yules or for the Siphon? I mean, obviously it's good for both.
Yeah.
Oh, time dilates. Alright, he's hitting.
Rune denied, I guess, from Death Prophet, and Afterlife will look to get the hell out of there.
You know, one thing we didn't really mention is that Time Dilate just owns Invoker.
Yeah.
You just have 2 spells to use.
It owns a lot of these heroes. Like a Sankey, you're expecting to get 2 bar, like you use a Bar Strike, you're ready to use that second one. If you're not getting it, it really hurts. Heroes like a Shaker, like you use a couple spells, like you want to use 2-3 spells in a row, suddenly you're like, your minimum movement speed, so it's all very, very pesky. So Death Prophet getting caught out here. Heals just to escape.
Yep, Exorcism's back up. Team Spirit does have the suite of the ultimate, and what a time to have it, because Roshan is up. This is the fighting point of the game. And this is where having Spectre is just awesome.
Yeah.
His Radiance is already done, he could just farm elsewhere.
They really want this Ags on Train, I think. And Navi, I mean, they're gonna know, they actually already know it's coming. Well, they know it's coming. The gem on that cell's already been picked up, kind of pseudo in preparation. Go Black may walk into this gem if he's not careful.
He is
nearby.
They also see him going invis, right? They have an observer ward right where he is.
Yes, they would have, yeah. If he's already invis, you don't see him recast it, but I guess he went from...
I think he walked across.
Yeah, he walked across, he would have had to have shown up. Teamfight brewing here in this bottom lane, and I feel like Spirit are just like they haven't got the SMY and Gyro yet. They haven't got the Axon tree yet.
And DP is working towards BKB, I presume. Unless it's some next level Dragonlance DP. And not recommend. Halberd is actually not bad, but not in this game.
Not against this draft. Yeah. Definitely a BKB, and they're going to smoke up, look for a good catch here, and engage. No vision to see that one coming their way, but got a Radiant Spectre who's pushing and farming the top lane, who can haunt at any given moment to suddenly appear, and also just give that bit of scouting information if NaVi feel they really need it.
There's that tree, X. And time to play slow, I think.
Oh boy, that's some aggressive play. There's immediately Spectre Haunt. They get the Fire Strike up on Afterlife. He's going to go for the Haunt here. Looks like it. Oh, sorry, he's going to go for the Chronosphere. And the back line is the Echo Slam. There's good Media. That's the big look combo coming out from NaVi. They instantly take out Gyrocopter before he can even BKB. It looks like there's going to be a buyback coming out. Dendy's being gripped up. There's going to be an aggressive play art style. He's looking to get a heal bomb off. Can he bring down? Yes, he can. Dendy not even getting close to being brought down there. The cooldown from the TP buyback of Gyrocopter does next to nothing. It's a Shaker lost on the side of NaVi, and 2 big kills go their way.
Yeah, so
clear win for NaVi.
Although not big enough a win, especially with the buyback, such that they could get the Roshan after this. Yeah. Also, Trian is starting to lay his iron in the forest. Oh, Epicenter being coming out.
A big win. This time, okay. BKB is there though. Then he goes into Ghost Walk, and if he forced out, they may actually look to re-engage it. They'll have another Fire Strike soon. The question is, do Spirit have heroes to back him up? Exorcism online, and I don't think that's an ulti you want to fight into.
And now they're forcing the fight. If you don't come into it, we'll take Roche.
I don't think it's the end of the world for NaVi to give up an Aegis. It's more, if they think they can win the fight, they'll go for it. And with offensive lead being used, they're likely to try and take this one. Dendy, his spell's coming back up.
Oh, here comes a Barrel Strike. I don't know about that one.
Casual time delay.
Okay. And there.
Nico uses the Yule so he doesn't get Nightmare up or anything. Iceberg's on the chase here. They're going to forgo Roshan for now. Pace is done for Nico. May need a Burrow Strike away. Gets further away from the homing missile. Still getting chased down. Roshan goes down to the Gyrocopter. Probably just creating space and gets a kill on Sank. And they lost Spectre as well while that was going on. And
our Styles got the gem here. Can't die. Really need to walk himself back out. On the back line here. Looks like Shaker has picked off the Bane. They're still chasing on here on our Style. Finally, he will go down.
3 heroes by him though, and Shaker I think in the neighborhood going to keep him alive. Doesn't actually get the Grave on Shaker. 4 stuff. He's going to finish it soon.
He's dead.
He's dead as well. Gem claimed by.
Yeah, and what a time to lose the gem, right? The trees are being planted. This could get really ugly.
They have
really
another
fast.
gem in 2 minutes though. That's, I mean, it's still like a big gold investment. Buy a second gem now and to feed a gem away.
Now you just start laying hides in the forest. Go Black. Give us some farm stuff. Is he not laying in the camps? He is.
There we go, he starts doing so now. I'm gonna get rid of this try out a hero build thing, Lumi. This thing's, okay, it's gone now.
You click it. You actually try it.
I did click it.
Yeah? Do you feel informed now after trying a hero build?
Yeah, there wasn't any good hero build.
Did they bring you to the stats, Nature's Guys, Leech Seed build?
No, it was the Iron Talon any hero build.
It's a good
build. I'm following all my future games.
It's a good build.
Played enough pub games yet with it.
Have you not seen that Iron Talon Ogre Magi jungle build?
I did on Bane. Worked good. I rushed a gem against Techies, and the Techies had a very sad game.
Yes.
The naked Iron Talon gem before I even bought boots. It was like a minute and a half in the game. Game Techies.
You should write a guide, so people could try your build.
Look out for it in the Dota 2 game near you guys. Next time you see that pop up, say try out a hero build. Put it up.
You could rate a thumbs up.
And yeah, give it a thumbs up.
By the way, I do remember we were having this previous discussion of you trying to be the first 2K caster.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
It's going better actually. The last week or so, I've been on a downward swing, so I'm getting there.
It's very difficult. If you're like 4 or 5K just to drop 2K MMR. Meanwhile, Axe will continue to murder people.
Might just have to make a new account. That's perhaps the way.
That's too easy, you know. You just like calibrate really low.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, starting on a new account and dropping even when you try to lose games, there's some games which are actually unlosable. Like people talk about unwinnable games, like when you have teammate feeding couriers and raging from minute 1. There's also unlosable games.
Yeah, when they start feeding courier and stuff like that.
Or like games where even when you're 0-30, your team somehow wins.
Chrono. No damage. Okay, now you overgrow. Go Black walks into it.
Dendy BKBs gets overgrowth and that'll lock him in place. Dendy should be going down. He goes, they've got dust. Go Black, he pops up, it's too late, he flicks away.
Go Black.
tower has
A little bit too late.
You
for
had
the
one
dust.
job.
And
Walks into Chrono,
Dire's
no dust.
structures are fortified.
He didn't need the dust until the ghost walk, which came later. But I think it just caught him by surprise how fast Andy could blink away.
But he is the
Radiant's top
fast.
tower is
Still,
under attack.
yeah, I mean, somewhat inexcusable.
Radiant's top tower has
I mean,
fallen.
they're winning these fights.
Yeah, the Death Prophet's being in pretty good position. Has BKB building towards Octarine. You get the BKB Octarine Death Prophet, and you're like your late game's pretty solid.
Oh, Sanking has picked up the Aghanims. I'm gonna see some
Ooh,
nice
this
burrow.
is the first time I've seen Sneaker get this. Not an item he normally buys.
How big is applying
Radiant's
Cossack
top
Finale
tower is under
on the
attack.
burrow?
Movement speed slow is very annoying.
Just like it
bit
does
extra
pop,
damage.
you know.
Yeah.
It's- I don't know. It's not
I
anything
don't
you
think
can write
it's a
home
big deal.
about.
No, it's not a big deal. But he has maxed it out. Important.
I guess if you, oh, they do scout Goldblack with the gem on Snako. Solo kill
The
him.
epicenter and everything. Go Black likely to go down here. And Alphalab could be in some trouble himself on the face as well. He's throwing the Chronosphere. Go Black still alive for now. Beat Gyrocopter trying to kind of cover the retreat here. Go Black just laughing at these heroes like, yeah, come on guys, you're stuck. Sunstrike always gonna fly, walks into a Dandy with a nice snipe and pick off. Could go for some follow-up kills here. Go Black still very low on HP, and they've got a gem somewhere. Fissure will secure that kill. Off to the backline, there's gonna be Iceberg with a BKB, no Exorcism, and that's not a good time for Death Prophet trying to be fighting. You may have Spirit Siphon, but no
He's
Exorcism,
dead.
no fight.
This game is so clowny.
Yeah. It's more sloppy, I guess, than Clowny, I'd say. But yeah, this has been pick-off, way too many just unnecessary pick-offs. And as I say that, we'll see another one, it looks like. Ramses, Sunstrike is there. There's going to be another Chronosphere at 10 points. Echo is perfect. Oh no, Gyro. No
He's gonna be
BKB.
dead again. Oh, they're lucky that Time Ballet was still going on to the Sanking. But he's dead regardless. He's fighting it. The Ger's a grave to help Diddy out. Bane's here.
There. Cancel this. So they just got 7 pickoffs in a row. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Team wipe, Bane twice, Aegis. That was just like one by one by one by one.
So now you just
by one.
get Rax, right?
Dire's
Just got,
middle tower
yeah, so you,
has fallen.
7 kills in a row. What should have been like, it could have just been a tree and protect. That's what's most, like, that's why when we say this has been sloppy, it's what could have just been a tree and getting caught out and solo killed became 7 kills and a lost Rax. Completely unnecessary.
Oh, the Rax is not down.
You don't have exorcism, you don't fight. Well, it's now,
Okay.
it's now 8 kills in the Rax, perhaps.
That's a good overgrowth. Gold Black's gonna be dead, so Nichols okay for now. And here comes Iceberg, right? He's got the ultimate.
There we go. I don't think
He's
he's
gonna be no, okay. There's a Yules being used. Is it gonna be enough? Diddy Rod doesn't care. He's like low
long
HP.
range. The Ags means you stay out of range from the exorcism, and then you get that long range Burrow Strike off.
It's like phasure range.
Well, no exorcism, melee Rex down, NaVi. Suddenly,
Is under attack.
they're still alive.
What is happening this game?
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Oh, Chrono.
I'm always like reluctant to call a game a bit clowny and stuff, but this is definitely, this fits the bill. Whatever happened in the last 2 minutes of play, this gold graph is going to be like what, like a 10k gold swing, do we feel?
Yeah.
It feels like a 10k gold swing.
Let's check it out. Yeah, it's 10k.
3k to more than 10k, it's like a 12k gold swing almost.
I mean, all they need to do is just have Gold Black farm the way back, right? Just overgrowth. Right?
Put together a refresher up and everything.
Yeah. Octarine first. Increase that efficiency and then
What's your thought on, like, not this specific Gyrocopter, but Gyrocopter in general I feel has been losing a lot of games.
okay.
I mean, think the hero is being overpicked, overvalued, or is... Like, we get to this stage and I'm just like, yeah, Gyrocopter's got BKB. A BKB SMY dominate just doesn't seem to be as impressive as it was on the last patch.
Gyro nowadays, you have to play for timing. He's not just a random late game core that you can stick in. It's like, you know those like the first TP where you get the call down. It's very dependent on that. It almost feels like you're playing a safe lane queen. A little bit better, obviously, in the late game carry potential, but you're very reliant on those ganks making it work. And for example, in this game, I don't think Ramses got those ganks off, right?
No.
A lot of times that we see Gyro nowadays, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna just farm my lane. You really need to get the aggressive playbook, if you will, aggressive playbook, where he just makes that journey across the map ganks, working your way, and then And then he's a really sick hero, but...
They see Axmo. Going to throw an overgrowth here as the rotations come from the side. So Nico gripped up. He's the gem carrier. He's the one who's trying to take out all these pesky trees. They're going to chrono everything, like gems out. That's worth a chrono and all that because taking a gem away from NaVi at this stage is pretty crippling.
Right.
Like you may be down a Rax, but if you have map control with the tree and eyes, you're in business.
Oh, Axmo, is he going to get used? There's that 8 lens coming in.
4-stuff Shadowblade.
Balanced.
You can't Shadowblade. Wait. I think the game appears a lot clownier because of how many like blinks and
force
stuff there are, like blinks and forces everywhere. So it just makes these team fights.
They look pretty epic
pretty
too.
Wonky, yeah. And you've got an Ags on Sand King. So the initiation range for both teams is just ridiculous.
Alright, here we go. Axmo invised up. They got the gem, right?
Well, that's not going to stop him killing off Iceberg. He gets defensively Nightmare, but they'll still get the easy kill. Go Black off to the side. I don't think they've got him for him, so instead they're going to chase down Always Apply, and he's the gem carrier. Gem returned.
Go Black. Nobody sees me. Overgrowth down 5 seconds right now. Invis. Now Dust going on to Dendy. He is in the trees. Now up a ramp. You don't want to chase up there. I don't think now Dendy. Mix a couple Force Spirit. Go Black. Can we get an Overgrowth? Oh no, the Chrono! Look at him, he's all falling to the ground! Meanwhile, his teammate down, now Overgrowth will get channeled. This is officially a cloudy-ass game.
I mean, Dazzle's got an Acceptor, you know it's clowny when that happens.
Alright.
Afterlife, he should be okay to get at least one time walk off, but they could just chase him down for a
Ooh.
long period of time. Burrow Strike up, I don't know when Burrow Strike's up, but it's up at some. Time dilation spell confuses me. It says 18 seconds, it's up sooner than that, right guys? Right? Right? Okay, 7. Now
it's up now, soon.
I think when it first says 18, that's like when it's coming back up, and then it doesn't actually tick down. Like the
Scientists,
visuals for it.
Scientists are baffled how time dilate works. Alright, well...
I understand what the spell does. I don't understand like the number that shows like when you click a hero that's been time dilated for their cooldowns.
Dendy the Wizard, zoning people. I always want to fly, gonna die again. And yeah, that's gonna be Rex. Hold that thought though. Here comes Iceberg. Buyback.
Get melee Rex this game.
They're getting it. Chrono's gonna come through. Here comes the Exorcism.
Vicious soon.
Okay, Yule Scepter. It's not actually doing that much damage.
Yeah, they actually backed off. Oh, that will do a lot of damage.
The overgrowth.
He did not get BKB off, and that's GG.
Yep, that is actually GG.
Suddenly, NaVi, all it takes is an alliance loss to EG, and we'll see NaVi in tiebreakers. Well, I guess, assuming they take this game. This game, they still got to secure the racks.
They are taking this game.
They should be.
Yeah. Anything can happen. CS Dota.
Lining up as it is, and boom! Dandy gets another. 14-3-19.
Pretty good performance.
Yeah, pretty good performance. I think Axmo's maybe to me been like the slight MVP. I mean, I don't even know how you call it MVP this game. It's been like some clowning, non-stop fighting Dota. 48 kills for NaVi. Spirit. It's the end of their Starladder run.
Whatever, still goes to Shanghai. Still counts.
I saw Spirit earlier, like when they were 1-3 and like they had to win this last game, and they were just like they didn't seem too demoralized. Like as a team, they were still grouped up, talking together, chatting over lunch, having a laugh, and I think that's a good point to make. Like this is a team who's like getting some preparation, practice for major, and ultimately the major is that's the big.
Probably not the best mindset to be in, you know, going 1-4 in this group, but hey, ain't bad.
Alliance are actually doing pretty well against EG though, so NaVi have to
the upset.
Go cross their fingers and hope for an EG victory now. Not won just yet. There's a very fun lone druid as well as an enigma in the game, so I'm not entirely